Hello. I just wanted to say, and I think that many of us know this, but it is not a conservative value to care about your country. It's not a conservative value to care about Canada and to care about Canada's future. It is not a conservative value to be concerned about Canadians, to be concerned about Canadian people's future, to be concerned about the Canadian working class. It's not a conservative value in any country to care about your home country and to care about the citizens of that country. And I think one of the ways that the left and liberals get lost is in separating themselves from their national identity and feeling as though there is some type of occupying status or oppressive status connected to care for where you're from and care for the people who are from where you're from. I think it makes sense to care about your neighbors, and our neighbors are always evolving, and we are always finding that we have new neighbors because we are an open world where people are allowed to come and join us because we as human beings are very nomadic. So it makes sense that we travel. We are naturally immigrants, but it's okay to care about your home country and to want it to be well, and to want your people to be well and to do well. That does not make you conservative. That does not make you xenophobic. That's not a problem. And it is not a negative thing or a conservative value to want to serve for your country, to want to show up and fight for your country. That's not conservative. That's not a negative thing. That's not a bad thing. You should want to, and you should care about the place that you live in. And it's okay that that place happens to be a country and have a name and have a strong national identity and be connected to the West and be connected to the modern world. There's no shame in caring about Canada. There's no shame in caring about Canadians. It's also important that we remember that the Canadian population is made up of immigrants. All of us came here at one point. All of our families came here. No one is from here except for the people who have been here for thousands of years, and that's not really many of us. So it's okay to care about Canada, to care about Canadians, and to accept that we're all from somewhere and that this country will always be evolving and always be welcoming in new people, new spirits, new energy, and that can be a great thing because it was a good thing for us. It was a good thing for your ancestors. I'm so grateful that Canada allowed my grandparents to come here. I'm really grateful. I think the system of oppression that we have, the system and the history of genocide against the indigenous people, I don't think that's great. I think that's horrible. I think that's a horrifying history. I think that makes this land blood-soaking. And I think that it means that there's a lot to repair and a lot to heal. And I think that part of that retribution comes with releasing ownership over who Canada is and what Canada becomes. Because we weren't there to understand who the indigenous people were, the many of them that existed, all the many tribes, all the many collective nations that existed on Turtle Island as a whole, because it wasn't Canada and it wasn't the US, it was all of these lands, all of these nations, all of these people, all of the earth, all of these creatures. The creatures were people too, So it's complex, but it's also very simple. You care about your home. That's a good thing. That's okay. That probably means that you're healthy and have a healthy attachment to your sense of belonging, to your home place, to your birth nation. I think that that's a good thing. And we can also accept that home is ever changing and we don't get to say it only gets to be one thing.